you understand that you should not harbor grudges like that, then once you must realize that it is your fault and not that other person's fault. Other person, true, said and did it, but who did more karma, he or you, for harboring it for such a long time? So it is your fault for remembering it and keeping it and trying to take revenge and not forgiving and all that is your fault. But when you understand that, that is yoniso manasikara. With wisdom, you are thinking, well, this is my fault. It is true that that person said and did something. That is only once. But how many thought processes have you expended thinking about it for years and days and months? So when you understand you are making bad karma, much more than that person, then you must realize that it is your fault and not his fault. Then when you understand it is your fault, you must admit that it is my fault and that person did one thing and I have done so many others. When you understand it is my fault, you must forgive that person and accept the fact that you have been wrong all these years or days thinking of it. He did it once, you have done it 100,000 times. So once you understand that, you admit your fault, go back and talk to him as if nothing has happened. Problem over. Your fault, no? Why did you have a grudge? Just for some small thing or whatever. That is yoniso manasikara. You remember the beginning, so and so said something. That's wrong. But I have done so much more damage by thinking about it for days and not forgiving. Once you know that you have made such bad karma, then you admit it and understand that you have only made bad karma. Go back and admit your fault. Go back and talk to him as if nothing wrong, and the problem is over. Okay?
Thank you, Bhikkhuni Kusuma. Sadhu, sadhu. May I ask
Yeah,
you a follow-on question on
yeah,
the
yeah,
same subject? Yeah. So,
yeah.
how do you relate Yonasi Manasikara to the current context of, say, illness? Because there's
Yoniso
illness
manasikara.
around us.
So, yoni is the beginning, na? Manasikara is remembering. So you have to remember in terms of karma vipaka. I must have done some karma to deserve this kind of husband. I must have done some karma to deserve this kind of servant or mother or father or whoever. So then it is your fault, not that person's fault. That is yoniso manasikara. So you remember that you are having, you are, and you have to admit that it is your fault. That is what yoniso manasikara means. Yoni is the beginning, manasikara is thinking. So when you know it is your thinking that is damaging, not that person at the beginning. So then you admit your fault, go back and talk to him, and because the fault is yours, not hers. Okay,
Thank you, Bhikkhuni Kusuma. Sadhu, sadhu.
yeah. So Yoniso Manasikara tells you to admit your fault and give up your anger and hatred. And when you know it is my fault, then don't put the blame on that person. Put the blame on yourself. Go back and talk to that person as if nothing happened, and the problem is fizzles off. Okay?
Okay,
Don't
thank you.
carry it forward.
Please advise how to further strengthen my will to keep defilements from arising, as they seem to come up and destroy all the effort I had put forth to keep them at bay in a split second, that it happens in a split second.
Yeah, you have to be always in yoniso manasikara, in the sense you have to be always watching your thoughts. Now I'm angry. Now I'm proud. Now I am having tanha or greed. Now I have hatred. Now I have me, I and mine. Greed, hatred and ignorance. Ignorance is thinking in terms of me, I and mine. Huh? So all the time you have to watch your mind. Now I have greed. That's why I am doing and talking and thinking like this. Now I have hatred. That's why I am thinking and working and doing things like this. Now I have moha or ignorance of herself. I am so proud and conceited and I don't realize that I am having my ego and self and selfishness, and I don't want to listen or come down and agree with anybody else. I don't want to accept anything else. Like that, you must see your own mind. But you have to always be mindful of your mind. Don't allow defilements to come at all. As soon as the defilement comes, you have to recognize, now my mind is with anger, stop it. Now my mind is with greed, stop it. Now my mind is with selfishness, ignorance, me, I, mine, pride, conceit. So you have to see your developments all the time, all day long, as and when they arise. Greed, hatred, and ignorance. Ignorance is the idea of a self, me, I, mine, ego, pride, conceit, all with self. So when you see greed, you must say, now my mind is with greed. When you see hatred, now my mind is with hatred. Now my mind is with ignorance of a self. So whole time you have to be watching your mind, greed, hatred and ignorance. So defilements, as soon as they come, you catch them. Defilements are like robbers. They come stealthily without your knowing. And they play hell in your mental household. Because you don't see them coming. They have already come like like robbers. They have come to your mental household and they have destroyed your mental household, and you are a victim to your own defilements. If you see them, this is my greed, stop it. This is my hatred, stop it. This is my ignorance and of a self, me, I, mine, pride, conceit, stop it. So you have to see your defilements, greed, hatred and ignorance, as and when they arise in your mind, and get rid of them then and there. But if you watch your mind and you see it, you get used to the habit. And as soon as the defilement arises, you see it, stop it. This is greed. Stop it. This is anger. Stop it. This is pride and conceit. Ego. me, I, selfishness. Stop it. Okay, see it as and when they arise, get rid of it. Okay?
Thank you
They
so much,
arise because
Bhikkhuni.
they are not an arahant. They can arise, they will arise. The thing is, you have to see it at the moment of arising and get rid of it. When you do that was constantly, then actually you end up as an arahant because the defilements have no chance to come and destroy your mental household. So that is the way you can become an arahant. See your greed, hatred, ignorance. Keep on seeing it as and when they arise and get rid of them. This is my greed. Stop it. This is my hatred. Stop it. This is my ignorance of a self, my pride, conceit, my ego, my what is it? Um, the my selfishness, my selfhood, all those things. So as and when they arise, you see it and give it up. Greed, hatred, and ignorance. See it coming as soon as it arises, give it up. And admit that it is your fault and nobody else's fault. People in the world, they do all kinds of things, that I agree. People don't know you and anyway they say all kinds of things. That is no reason why you should react with greed, hatred and ignorance. If you react with greed, hatred and ignorance, it is your fault. So the idea is not to stop the world, but to stop your reaction to the world. Okay?
Sadhu, sadhu. The next question is, can you please explain if you can reach Maggapala with metta meditation?
No, not Maggapala, but you can go halfway because metta meditation has a personality view. You can't do metta to all living beings. No, you can't do metta. Um, uh, Metta is having a personality view, but in the Eightfold Path, there is Nikkama Sankalpana, Avyapad Sankalpana, Avihimsa. They are only mental processes. Avyapada, Avihimsa are having no person. It is just only seeing your mind, that is anger, that mind is now my mind is not with anger. Avihimsa. Now my mind is not with cruelty. If it is with cruelty, you must know that. If it is without cruelty, then you must know that. Now my mind is not with man, nekkama, avyapada, avihimsa. Nekkama is I have no sensual pleasure. Nekkama, I have given up sensual pleasure. Avyapada, I have given up anger and hatred. Avihimsa, I have given up cruelty. So, you want some such day where you give up those only, you purify your mind and you become an arahant. And it is your business. You have to do it. Nobody can do it for you. You know your mind. You know that my mind is full of greed, hatred, and ignorance. Then you have to see it and cut it. My mind is full of sensual pleasure. My mind is full of anger and hatred. And my mind is full of vihimsa, that is hurt and cruelty. So when you see them, you have to give them up. Nobody knows your mind. Only you know your mind. So it is your business to see it and get rid of it. No one can do that for you. Not even the Buddha can do it for you. You have to see your mind at the moment of arising or defilement and admit that you have a mind with defilement and get rid of the defilement then and there.
Then the next question is about on meditation again. When I do breath meditation, anapanasati bhavana, sometimes I'm not sure if I'm asleep or in mindfulness, as I feel like I have drifted away. What do I
Okay,
do at this point? And how can I
that's
stay alert and mindful
ah,
during the breath meditation?
there is a there is a uh, girl here. She's a German. Sometimes she doesn't know her mind at all. She has gone for hours on end. She doesn't know. She has no thinking. She's seated there just like a statue. The mind is drifted away. There's no in-breath, no out-breath. So, but that is a very good point. That means you are fully concentrated, and that's a moment where insight like Sotapatti, Satrudagami, Anagami can come. So, when it is when the breath has left you, don't worry about it. Sometimes it will stay for and then come back. The breath may come back. Sometimes the breath may not come back. There's a girl here, for hours and hours there is no breath, and she's seated there, she even doesn't know. So that is a kind of samadhi, and it can also give you insights because the mind is not having any restlessness, thinking, focused. So that's a very good thing. When you have lost your breath, don't worry about it. Stay with it. It may come back. After a while, it will come back, depending on how strong your concentration is. So it is a good thing you have lost your breath, okay?
Sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Bhikshuni Mansa.
Hmm.
Venerable Bhikkhuni Kusuma, how is consciousness explained as a seamstress?
Consciousness is what makes us believe that the image that comes into our mind is the same as the object outside. You see some object with your eye, then what happens is there is the eye consciousness that takes it to the brain and makes an image of that outside object. You see the image and you think it is the same as the object. You have never seen the object. You have only seen the image. And the seamstress is the one who is showing the outside object and the image together and making us believe that the image is the same thing as the object out there. So she is a real wizard. The seamstress is this vijnana. Vijnana is the thing that makes us believe that the image we see is the same as the object outside. So seamstress is connecting the two together and stitching them up together and making us believe that this image is the same as the object. We have never seen the object, we have only seen the image. Okay? Yeah.
There's one more question. Or actually two more questions. Is past karma stored or recorded somewhere? If so, where?
Never recorded. But due to causes and conditions, they appear. All the past karma, due to present causes and conditions can appear. For instance, you get caught to the tsunami. You have got caught to the tsunami, then your past karma that you have done to deserve death, that comes there and you die of tsunami. So whatever time, say you are on the road, then a bicycle and another car, something, it hits you and then you have an accident and you die. So when this accident arises, if you are having done past karma, you will become the victim and you will die. If there is no past karma, then somehow you will escape. Some people escape the tsunami by a minute. Some people got into the tsunami just by 1 minute. So this is a karmic problem. They come when the conditions are there. When the conditions are not there, karma does not act, but it is there, potential is there. We have millions and millions of karma, vipaka, all that can give effect when the conditions are there. Supposing you have done bad karma and you are in a drinking den, then the chances are, the conditions are right that you can get caught to the police and get arrested. Say, but you have done past karma, but you are meditating with monks and nuns. Then the conditions are there that none of the past karma conditions are there for the past karma to appear. So no police will come and catch you because your conditions are good here. You are with meditating people, good people. But if you are with a drinking company or with bad people, then the conditions are there that the bad karma will take effect and you will get punished for that. Okay?
Thank you.
Everything depends on the conditions. Then only the karma
Anitra,
appears.
how does one practice anicca sanya meditation? Do we chant verses? How do we practically apply this meditation? Can you please guide us
So
through anicca
now
sanya
you
so that
can,
we can practice
yeah,
it?
you just keep on saying anicca sang. Then you see the five aggregates. Rupang anicca, Vedana anicca, Sanya anicca, Sankara anicca, Vijnanang anicca. These are the five aggregates. So Rupang anicca in English would mean all materiality is impermanent. Vedana anicca would mean all feelings are impermanent. Good feelings, they come and go. Bad feelings, they come and go. Mm. Neutral feelings, they come and go. They never stay. So, you have to understand that all feelings are anicca. They come and go, they never stay. All materiality also is like that. What is it, fan? Then, Rupang anicca, Vedana anicca, Sanya anicca. Sanya is perceptions. You now see the roof, now you see the curtain, now you see the clock, now you see outside things, or you hear sound, a dog barking or something. Rupang anicca, Vedana anicca, Sanya. Sanya can come through the eye by sights, sounds, smells, tastes, bodily touch, or memories. So they come and go, they come and go, don't worry about that. Rupang anicca means materiality, Vedana anicca means feelings are impermanent, Sanya anicca means all kinds of recognition through the sense doors. They come and go, they come and go. Sankara anicca, the way you react to things, anger rises and passes, metta rises and passes away. Then restlessness arises and passes away. They are all anicca, all good, metta, all good and bad karmic formations arise and pass away, they never stay. So rupang anicca, vedana anicca, sanya, sankara anicca, vijnana, vijnana, chakku vijnana, sota vijnana, gana vijnana, jiva vijnana, kaya vijnana. So eye consciousness arises, passes away. Ear consciousness arises and passes away. Nose consciousness arises and passes away. Tongue consciousness arises and passes away. Body consciousness arises and passes away. Mind, mental thoughts arise and pass away. So that is, they all, vijnana anicca, they all come through the chakku vijnana, sota vijnana, gana. So all five aggregates, rupang anicca, vedana anicca, sanya perceptions anicca, sankara all karmic formations anicca, vijnana anicca, the vijnanas, the six vijnanas, rupa vijnana, chakku vijnana, sota vijnana, gana vijnana, all jiva vijnana, kaya vijnana, mano vijnana, all the vijnanas are also anicca. So you just contemplate rupang anicca, vedana anicca, sanya anicca, all perceptions are anicca. Perceptions are what to recognize with your sensory system. Rupang anicca, vedana anicca, sanya anicca, sankara are karmic formations. They come and go. Anger, hatred, they come and go. Metta, karuna, they come and go. Sankara, anicca, vijnana, anicca, and the six vijnanas are anicca, they arise, pass away immediately. So you just keep on concentrating. Rupang anicca, vedana anicca, sanya anicca, sankara anicca, vijnana anicca. In English, all materiality is impermanent. Rupang anicca. Vedana anicca would mean all feelings are impermanent. Sanya anicca, all perceptions are impermanent. Sankara anicca, all karmic formations are impermanent. Vijnana anicca, all consciousnesses, eye consciousness, ear consciousness, all they are anicca. So once you know it, you keep on doing as a meditation. Rupang anicca, vedana anicca, sanya anicca, sankara anicca, vijnana anicca. In English it would be materiality, all materiality is impermanent, all feelings are impermanent, all perceptions are impermanent, all karmic formations are impermanent, all consciousnesses are impermanent. In English it would mean that, but in Pali it would mean rupang anicca, vedana anicca, sanya anicca, anicca, sanya perceptions, sankara anicca, all karmic formations are anicca, vijnanam anicca, all consciousnesses like Chaku vijnana, eye consciousness, ear consciousness, they're all anicca. So you keep on telling yourself, Rupang anicca, Vedana anicca, Sanya anicca, Sankara anicca, Vijnana anicca. If you are used to the English, materiality is impermanent, Rupang anicca. Vedana anicca, feelings are impermanent, Sanya anicca, all perceptions are impermanent, Sankara anicca, all karmic formations, good and bad karma, they come and go. Sankara anicca, vijnana anicca. That is, all consciousnesses are anicca. Now, will you do it in Pali? You may contemplate in Pali or in English as you wish. We'll give you about 10 minutes. So now what next?
Yeah, there is one last follow-on question on
Yeah,
the thing, Bhikkhuni Kusuma, as
yeah.
the last question is how to practically apply anicca sanya meditation in daily life. Could you give us an example of how we should do it?
So example would be, you hear somebody scolding. Then you can say words, words, words. They come and go, they come and go, they come and. Don't give it meaning, don't respond. Anicca sanya. Sounds, sounds, sounds. Anicca sanya. They come and go, they come. So you listen carefully without responding. Okay? Then you see something going wrong. Then also you look at it, it's going wrong. If you don't want to shout or you want to stop, you may do it in a nice way, or if not, just allow it to happen. So like that, everything is anicca. So in daily life, when people are saying things, don't take it. They are anicca, let them say it. Sounds, 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 they come and go. Right? Sights, 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 they come and go. Smells, 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 they come and go. Taste, 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 they come and go. Bodily touch, they come and go. And mental, all thinking, they come and go. So anicca, all rupang anicca. Feelings when they come, good feelings, yes, they come and go. Bad feelings, yes, just bad feeling comes and goes. Vedana anicca. Sanya anicca. The sight is bad, smell is bad. Either you can run away or then understand it will come and go. And sankara anicca. Then you get angry. Then you know that is bad karma. And anicca, they come and go. Don't hang on to it. Let the anger come and go. Watch it. Now I have anger. Watch it and allow it to go. Now I have greed. Watch it. Allow it to go. Now I have ignorance. My pride, conceit, my ego. It arises and see greed, hatred and ignorance as they come and go. So, what was the question?
The question, Bhikkhuni Kusuma, was how to apply anicca meditation to daily living.
So, daily living, whenever you see something, anicca. When you hear something, anicca. When you smell something, anicca. When you taste something, anicca. When you feel bodily touch, it's anicca. Then when you think something, it's anicca. So in daily living, you can apply it. This is how it to come and go without responding in a bad way or becoming attached to it with greed or hatred or ignorance of self. Don't take it when people are scolding you. Don't take it. He's scolding me, no. He's scolding somebody. Let him scold. Don't take it. Don't. You can listen to it and just leave blank and allow it to scold as much as possible, and then keep quiet. Let them come and go. They are impermanent. How much can they scold? Unless, of course, you want to do it, then you have to do it in a nice way, peaceful way. You can avoid it either by going away or being silent or watching or saying one word. All of what you say is right, this is wrong. Or you can respond it in some way. Listen to it and don't respond also if you don't want to. I don't know, in any way, don't make it an issue. They all come and go, they all come and go. Why must I be disturbed? Okay?
Sadhu, sadhu, Bhikkhuni Kusuma.
Yeah.
So we have about 9 more minutes. There are no more questions. Would you like to share a story with us?
I tell you a story. What do you like?
Yes, please.
Okay. Then it's a common story. The story of Nun Kundalakesi. A rich merchant of Rajagaha had an only daughter, 16 years old, who was exceedingly beautiful. Her parents built a palatial house and she lived in the topmost story. She had all the luxuries and there was a woman to attend on her. A young man caught in robbery was taken in procession decked with flowers to be executed. His hands were tied behind and they lashed him at every crossroad. People were going along to see the execution, and there was a commotion and a crowd following. The rich merchant's daughter was looking out of the balcony and saw the procession. She was sorry for the man and fell in love with him. She pleaded with her parents, either you get me that man or I will die of starvation, and refused food. The parents were so frustrated that they did not know what to do. So they gave 1,000 pieces of gold to the executioner and asked him to release this robber. He took the money and released him. Maybe he executed another man and brought his head to the king to get the payment. The merchant gave his daughter in marriage to this man, and for a while he lived enjoying all the luxuries. After some time, he was tired of all the luxuries and wanted to go away and be free and to indulge in his habitual robberies. So he thought of a plan and said to his wife, I took a vow the day I escaped from being executed to go to the same mountain top with you. What they do is they go to the mountain top and push him down the precipice. And now I want to redeem that vow. So please get ready, wearing your best jewelry, ornaments, and let us go to the mountain together. The wife readily agreed, and they went to the mountain. She was wearing all her precious jewelry. At the top of the mountain, the man said, I have no love for you. I only want to go away from you. Give me all your jewelry. I will push you down the mountain. She was so surprised, but knowing that he was a robber and a criminal, she said to him, I have loved you and given you all the luxuries all these days. I'll give you all my jewelry. And she put all the jewelry in his hand and said, very soon we will be separated. I shall never see you again. I want to go around you 3 times and take pardon from you. So saying, she went round him with clasped hands in prostration, and the 3rd round she went behind him, and with all her might she pushed him down the mountain. After that, she never went home. She went to a nunnery and became ordained as a nun, as a disciple of the Buddha. Later, she became an arahant, Bhikkhuni, by the name of Kundalakesi. She got the name because of her curly hair. The Buddha said, Yoche gata satam bhase anatta pada sanghita ekan dhamma padang seyo yang sutva upasammati. 1,000 chanting of verses that have no truth are useless compared to one chant that is truthful. Okay, is it a nice story?
Yes, Bhikkhuni Kusuma. Sadhu, sadhu. Thank you so much for your time
Okay.
spending.
Yeah, my pleasure.